Aside from that, you're very much about sieging, poking. You have the Corki, you have the Xayah, and in these late game fights, it's all just going to be about who can...
This champion is so strong. People are saying, yeah, you're really great, but you're really vulnerable during the laning phase. People can gank you, they can set you behind. And if you're up against somebody with great setup CC like a Maokai and a easily executable ganker like a Lee Sin.
Versus Lyon Gaming, Oddie is playing an early game carry jungler, Saya on the Syndra, and Team WE, they're going for a little bit more of a reserved competition. They're going to be looking to just play the slow early game, and Condi, his goal is going to be just trying to stop Oddie from getting that snowball roll.
Right, keep that Lee Sin under control. Don't allow the early gank. GA is vulnerable. Both summoner spells available. Oddie jumping in. Sonic Wave not going to find the mark. GA just casually sidestepping that.
You've also got to keep your eyes on Condi. He is very aware of where Oddie is. He was stealing away some of the Raptors, but there was a ward on there reading the play. Now Oddie and Condi just going to butt heads and make way. So the early game left to go. Condi doing his best to try and punish as a collapse happens down on the Lyon jungler.
Condi looking for Oddie yet again. 957 making the rotation around here as well. He did for even fell. You said Condi wants to contain Oddie this game. He wants to shut that down, not allow him to do anything. And considering his score is 0, 0, and 0 right now, it looks like he's done a pretty good job.
But also just keep an eye on the wards as well. They know exactly where Oddie is in the jungle. They're going to be the ones to start this Drake. And remember, Gerald, he has TP up, and 957 does not.
The collapse is coming in. This is going to be a showdown as it is secured by Condi and Team WE. Mystic trying to get himself away, utilizing the ulti for that one. Explosive cast going to be coming out from Condi as now he finds himself rooted up, locked down. And first blood of Worlds 2017 goes to Lyon Gaming.
WE secured themselves the Ocean Drake, but because they did not have the teleport available from 957, they could not commit to the fight, clear it out, and now they can start moving up to challenge this Rift Herald, so Lyon can try and stop WE from just running away with the map.
Problem with trying to stop this, though, you have to remember that GA does have the package available. TP also going to be used by 957 here, but the rest of Lyon looking to collapse onto him. Rift Herald still going to be taken down. 957 caught out alone. Going to be juggled around. His package comes in through GA. Going to go over the red buff wall. 2 roots down onto the remaining members of Lyon in the top side. They get separated, and Oddie goes down. GA going to be forced to flash away from that one, escaping the stun from the Scatter of the Weak as WE gets themselves out. It's a 1-for-1, but they found the Rift Herald.
So it looks like an even fight, but WE are the team to walk away with the Rift Herald. Another advantage gain, and now their eyes are straight onto this mid lane tier 1. White Lotus has gone back to base. They don't even need to use the objective as they hammer down onto the final outer tower from Lyon.
A little bit more damage coming through there. Stun finds its way onto Mystic, but he's still got his is that highly contested neutral objective that nobody wants to give away for free. TP going to be used by Gerald. He will have the ultimate up momentarily for this fight. Condi still looking to burn that Infernal Drake down. Is going to be secured by Team WE. Mystic going to be kept alive. An extra moment by Ben. Does get himself away. Genthix and the rest of Lyon still looking to close in on these guys as the Cat Cavalry arrives. The root comes down onto Ben. He's going to be stunned up yet again. The damage comes through. White Lotus going to be grabbing that one as the artillery will find the double kill for White Lotus.
Lyon are finding all of these kills onto Team WE, but they're not translated into objectives. They have a minion wave in the bottom lane.
Go with this guy. He's the only one on his team who's winning in CS comparison right now. 100% kill participation. Like I already mentioned, he might just be able to step up this game and be that carry.
And with both teams just grouping up as a 5-man in mid, you can just keep your eyes on draw on the bottom. Look at this ward that's in the middle lane right there at the edge next to Xayah. That could be a huge flanking ward as WE and the squad try to push up into the middle lane, giving Lyon that opportunity to force a fight. But WE, they pull back. They don't overcommit to the middle lane. Their eyes are on this potential third Drake, setting up for the Elder. As WE, they're looking for the fight. Righteous Glory popped.
Righteous Glory used by 957. Looking to go in, finding the silence onto 2. Knock-up landing there onto Oddie. Condi looking to find his way into the side of the fight there. Gerald makes his way in. Going to go ahead, fire off the ultimate. 957 caught out here a little bit. That Cho'Gath is going to be the first target. Bursted down. Nye immediately. Oddie grabbing the kill onto him as now White Lotus having to back away. The Featherstorm comes down. The stun finding its way onto GA as Gerald continues to tank here in the front line. Lyon in retreat. They're going to lose one as White Lotus now exhausted, but a massive Scatter of the Weak will find multiple targets, and WE will be sent home on their back feet.
And that was the playmaker we were talking about. Saya in the middle lane, utilizing this Syndra to punish WE as they commit a little bit too hard. Captain Flowers, they have 4 members left alive. Their eyes are on a 23-minute Baron against WE. Things are looking great for the Latin American North representatives.
Their health bars are low. This is a risky take, Medius. I think they might not be able to clear it. Audi has to jump back in to safeguard Genthix, and they have to disengage. They can't secure the Baron.
Unfortunate for Lyon, but still a big team fight win for them. You can hear the...
Want to go ahead and update. We are hitting those 2-item power spikes for a lot of people now. Righteous Glory done for Jiral's Maokai, along with the Spirit Visage from earlier. Knight's Vow now completed onto Condi's Gragas, so he'll have that much extra protection for these carries. Rapid Fire plus the Trinity Force for GA's Corki means much more poke damage as well. Runan's Hurricane completed a little while back for White Lotus's Kog'Maw, actually, for that team fight damage, as now he'll be looking to solo down this Cloud Drake, get a little bit of extra movement speed for his team.
Fun fact for any players at home that are struggling to deal with Kog'Maw, Adaptive Helm, really good item, especially against Rageblade Kog'Maw, because even though his W does percentage health damage, it's actually magic damage, which means that when you build an Adaptive Helm, each one of those empowered autos, that damage gets reduced, especially with a Rageblade, which gives you more AP. It is very effective at shutting down a mid-game Kog'Maw. But so far, we're not seeing any early Adaptive Helms. They're just trying to focus on...
Well, we've got one, but it's on his team.
Yeah, exactly that. I think we're going to get another fight soon, Flowers.
Baron is up, remember, was not secured earlier. Silence down onto Jiral, who's going to be taking a lot of damage and bursted down by the power of the Cho'Gath ultimate. WE finding themselves one for free. Ultimate coming out from Mystic there as they continue to chase now onto Genthix, who's going to find himself knocked back by the explosive cast. 2 for 0, Team WE finding a vulnerability in Lyon and punishing immediately.
Exactly that. Lyon dropped the ball and WE immediately punished. They identified Jiral just alone in the river. Seiya, he was in the top side of the river, and they spotted him out thanks to that control ward that they have further up on the side of the map. They get the immediate punish, they take out the tank, but they're not going to yet commit.
He's trying to set up some kind of a play around the Baron here. Audi getting himself back. Seiya popping the scat of the week. Not going to be finding anything with it. The burst coming down onto Audi as 957 going to be tanking all the damage. And White Lotus will seal his fate. Audi now having to retreat away from Team WE's collapse. Genthix on the front line here. This will likely just be a 1-for-1 trade unless Audi has some massively fancy feat to get away from this one. The juke boots are on, but I don't think they are going to be.
He's still running.
No, he's still trying it, but that last rocket from GA takes him down.
But this is still fine because WE don't find a significant team fight win. They give up pressure in the mid lane, allowing Lyon to get onto this tower, and it ends up only being a 1-for-1 trade, so Lyon end up coming out ahead in that play that WE tried to force.
Ben nearly taken down by White Lotus, going to be forced to flash out from that one with just under 100 HP remaining. White Lotus's damage, honestly, when 957 was in the
of the plans, all these teams only play 4 games, and a win here could mean a lot.
WE deciding to pull the trigger onto Baron now. Lyon needs to close in and do something. Baron down below 1/4 HP, going to be secured here likely by Condi. Secured instead by 957 is now. WE might find themselves caught between a rock and a hard place. Jiral on the front line. Is Condi going to be potentially taken down next? Mystic trying to get himself away, but he's going to be picked off. It's 3 for 0 for Lyon Gaming, but the Baron still up and running on the solo laners for WE.
WE, they knew they had the Cho'Gath. They knew they could secure the objective, along with the fact that Audi was dead, but Lyon were in the better position to fight. The Kog'Maw was completely untouched, and Audi, even if they lose the Baron, but they are consistently winning these fights, Flowers. This game is still so close, and I could not think of a better
Lyon to stop that and find an opportunity to do another one of these immaculate team fights that they have showcased so far. The time being, though, they're on the retreat as WE controls the area around this next Drake. It will be yet another Infernal. Maokai ultimate going to be fired off, seeing who they can potentially catch out here. Condi going to be rooted up by the very edge of one of those cats. White Lotus taking a lot of damage early on, but not as much as Condi. A rampage for Seiya. 957 now going to be stunned up, bursted down before he can do a whole lot of anything. Seiya grabbing himself the double kill. They managed to take Ben down as well. Audi nearly going to be killed, does get taken down. White Lotus attacking the Infernal Drake. Stunned down onto GA. Both damage dealers still active for Team WE. Jiral trying to zone these guys away. Seiya also going to be on point. Secured the Infernal Drake for Lyon.
You're now starting to see the issue with WE's composition with their inability to reliably start fights, because you have a Braum and a...
Between the teams as well. 2 versus 2, an Infernal on both sides, and then Ocean as well as Cloud. As Lyon setting up a potential trap here. Going to send White Lotus out into the mid lane. Clearing out the wave, pushing that down with the artillery. And now they move towards Baron.
So for WM, still keeping my eyes on Mystic. How much of a team fight carry can he be? A lot of praise has gone towards this AD carry. Now's the moment to see if he can step up.
All right, they're just pulling the trigger. There is no waiting around on this one, Fedius. We are starting Baron Nashor up. Lyon Gaming has it burned down to about 1/3 now. Condi looking to potentially contest this one. Ulti fired off by the Maokai. They're going to find their way onto 957 here at the start. Giral going to be taken very low. Condi now into the front line. Lyon Gaming potentially in some trouble. Audi taking a lot of burns on this one as White Lotus now going to be caught out. Condi potentially finding his way there into the back line, but WE is very low. Jana keeping him alive.
Ooh, these fights, man, they are so close, but now
on a razor's edge, but WE has such a health advantage now. Mystic and GA both in fantastic condition.
TP?
Critical health from all of Lyon, but the TP is canceled.
Cancelled? Oh, this is risky now. Flowers, I think they're going to lose the Baron.
They do. Baron secured by Team WE. That was awesome for these guys. They
this big objective.
WE's got Baron up on all their members. They've also got the Corki package available. This is not something you want to run into if you're the side of Lyon Gaming, and they will not contest this, but now they're staring down the barrel of two massive buffs up on WE at the same time for the next 2.5 minutes.
Oh,
a lot of pressure here on White Lotus and Seiya both to find the damage against this WE frontline. The last fight to fight at Baron, they weren't able to bring them down in time. It allowed WE to turn things around and find that big momentum shift we were just talking about. WE also a lot of pressure on these guys. Remember, these are the hometown favorites. This is the team that all the fans out there are expecting these guys to run away with this, stop this game, win against these guys. And right now, they're looking like they're in a better and better spot as time ticks on to find that win. But they still got to close it out. White Lotus taking a lot of damage from that single crit out of GA, returning a little bit of pain of his own, finding another living artillery there on the back end of that skirmish. Cast thrown up into the base gate. WE playing this one very slowly, very safely. You talked about how Lyon didn't want to commit to any sort of a fight in their base against an Elder Drake Baroned up team, didn't want to take any excessive risks. WE not really wanting to do the same either in terms of structuring this push. Structure not finding its way onto White Lotus there. 957 going to be losing about half his HP. Syndra ulti used on Condi and barely even going to take off 1/4 of his health. Not a lot of gain for a pretty large cooldown to have down. Mystic and GA are both feeling a lot safer.
Now look at the number of people that have just gone back from the side of Lyon Gaming. Only White Lotus here, and he's afraid of getting engaged upon by Condi. So W using this as an opportunity, along with the pushing wave in top and in mid. Their eyes are on this tier 3 tower in the bottom lane as they continue their push.
Palace been used by Ben there to speed the team up a little bit. Seiya popping the ghosts. Lyon not finding their engage.
WWE know that there's a big mini wave top, and they'll guarantee themselves that tower if they just keep the pressure up bot. They're now utilizing all 3 waves to just slowly seed into Lyon. But look,
White Lotus going to be knocked out. Silence knocked around a little bit. The CC continuing to come out. Mystic now in the retreat. Giral coming in from the side. Lyon will chase WE back. 957, the one who loses most HP there. But Lyon does not want to chase it out any further. Gentix nearly taken down. Also has to retreat back into the base, and the inhibitor turret will fall. The long siege from WE paying off now as Giral finds his way in onto Mystic, forcing out the ulti from the Xayah immediately. 957 still on the front line. Cast thrown out to try to disengage this one. They continue to look for more. White Lotus again got to be so careful. Low on health, low on mana, not really any way to stop this take, and the second inhibitor will fall.
So,
Lyon cannot afford to just give these away.
Now remember, the mid lane inhibitor has respawned. Lyon, notice the Baron started. They have TP up, they're going to force the fight.
Baron below half HP, but now it's going to be GA diving into the fight with the package there into the back line. Now Lyon's front line trying to tank up the carries on the side of Team WE, but GA's grabbing the rampage, one of the support player. Condi dropping next as Seiya tries to kite himself backwards. White Lotus potentially going to be caught out here. The shutdown from Mystic. As Lyon now losing that Kog'Maw means they have very little to resist the 4-man push of Team WE. Baron or not, the victory march is coming.
White Lotus was CC'd for so much of that fight. He could not output the damage. Seiya this late into the game could not match that of GA. WE play the fight beautifully, and they're going to take game 1 in the World Championship.
The home team makes their statement. It was a little bit rough getting here, but they have managed to close this game out 47 minutes in as the Nexus turrets fall, and WE will claim the first victory of Worlds 2017.